Hey, happy life, happy journey, happy day, happy Thursday. That's right, it's Thursday. And we are live, going live, Facebook Live here from Rythmia. I am at Rythmia in Guanacaste, Costa Rica. And man, what a powerful week we are having here today. Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith is in the house. Woo! My teacher, what an amazing week. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. So Reverend Michael is here at Rythmia this week. I want to tell you a little bit about that while we're building up some traffic and just tell you what an amazing week we've had. And I also want to tell you what's coming up at Rythmia really quickly. Hey, Bernie, how you doing? Great to see you. LGBTQ week. I want to just, my people, LGBTQ week here at Rythmia. Majesty LGBTQ week is the end of November, over Thanksgiving, last week of November. You got to come down. We have Jen Sodini, Ben Decker, and Jordan River from Spirit Science. Ben Decker from, hey, Jill, great to see you. Brian, woo, wow, good to see you all. Thank you so much. So, Georgina, thank you. Aloha. Georgina, great, so grateful that you're here. So LGBTQ week, end of November, come down. It's going to be amazing. Jen Sodini from Ascend and Evolve, and Ben Decker from Meditation, Practical Meditation for Beginners, and Jordan River from Spirit Science. Powerful. And I'm going to be here. It's awesome. This week, Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith has been here, and man, hey, Annette, love you too. Thank you. David, welcome. Wow, it's like a family reunion. I love it. So this week with Rev has been amazing. And I wanted, the title of this Walking the Path is Just Another Night at Rythmia. Tuesday night, I did ceremony. And man, just another Tuesday night. That's really what the title was. But because it's Thursday, I figured that'd be a little confusing. So I want to tell you what transpired on Tuesday night. It was miraculous, and what it reminded me of is how important this place is, how amazing. We're sold out this week, so we had a sold out group, and so much healing. People are, when people are sharing what they released, years of trauma, forgiving themselves, forgiving the unforgivable, healing illness, forgiving abuse, finding their purpose, seeing their vision. I mean, it's just journey after journey. People are sharing such transformative things. I can't tell you. Jill, I got your notice, but see if you can get some miles. Come on, come on down. So listen, I want to tell you about my journey. I want to tell you, this is something that I want to share with you because it's very personal and a little vulnerable. So I figured that's a good thing. I want to share with you guys what happened this Tuesday. So Tuesday, I got a message that I needed to go to ceremony on Tuesday. And I didn't really want to. I was really resisting. I'm busy. I got lots of stuff, lots of projects. I'm in my process, and it's like I don't want to be up so late. I got to work. I got meetings, And I was in the shower, closed my eyes to wash my hair. No, I washed my face, and I had this flash, like ayahuasca was talking to me. Like I got I closed my eyes, and there was the snake. And there was the sacred geometry, and it was like 10 seconds of going through the astrals, and then it was gone. And I hadn't really journeyed for a couple months. I've been coming back and forth and working hard, and so I got the call. I got the call from Mama, and so, hey, Amanda, great to see you. And so I decided, and the call was to go Tuesday for Brad's night, and it's such a tranquil night. Brad brews his own medicine, and it's one of the highest rated nights that we have. And so I thought, okay, what's my intention? And I really had been going through some deep insecurities. And this is how powerful the medicine is. And this is how powerful transformation is for us. I've been going through some deep insecurities, and it would look something like this. I would have a wonderful wonderful night. I'd go out to dinner, let's say. Beautiful. I'm managing with Reverend Michael and the Reverend Kathleen and Kim and Lee and all the beautiful people that are here with Rev. And we had this beautiful dinner, and we'd share and laugh, and it was open-hearted, and I'm with people that love me and who I love. And then I'd go home and, hey, Elizabeth, I would go home, and then I would shrink. I would have this expansive time at dinner, and then I would shrink and contract to self-doubt, self-worry. Oh my God, I can't believe I said that. Did I really share that? Oh, embarrassment. Like, these are things that I thought I dealt with a long time ago. And it happened a lot. I'd be in a meeting and I'd say something, or I'd share something, or I'd say something funny off the cuff, or I'd do a Facebook Live, and then the old process of self-doubt, not enoughness, self-criticism, self-judgment, all of that stuff, right, that we all feel was coming up. And I thought, why am I still dealing with this stuff? I thought this stuff was over. So I thought I'd take it into Journey. And my intention was to show me what this insecurity had to teach me. What is it here for? And to heal it at the highest level, and then to be able to speak from my authentic self. That was my intention. And a friend of mine said, oh, you're going to be working with the darkness. You're going to be working with the darkness. So here's a feather. She gave me a raven feather. She said the ravens are the guide to the underworld, and you're going to be working with you, so doing some shadow work. And I thought, well, I don't want to do any shadow work. I just want to get rid of this insecurity, you know? So there we go. Here we are. I go to ceremony, and I get ready, and I have my intention, and I realize something even before ceremony started, that darkness is just the absence of light, and that light and dark are the same, right? It's on a spectrum. Okay, so like infrared, like there's red, there's a whole spectrum of red. There's infrared to the visible red, and all of it's red, right? But some of it's seen, some of it's unseen. So in the same way, you go from dark to light, it's a spectrum, it's all light. There's just less light here and more over here, but the darkness and the light are, if they are opposites, if they're a duality, then they're connected and they're one and the same. So I realized that was the first thing. So I also realized that all this self-doubt, all this worry, all this self-criticism, all this insecurity offers no transformational value at all. Worry has no transformational value. And it's like static on the line. It's like the broadcast of the divine is constantly being broadcast. God's word, the word of Mother, Father, Great Spirit is always being broadcast. And my worry, my doubt, my fear, my not enoughness, my lack, my self-criticism, my insecurity is like static on the line, right? I'm not hearing the word of God. I'm not hearing my higher self. I'm not hearing my intuition. And so I began to really anchor into the fact that worry offers no transformational value, that all the transformation comes from inspiration, revelation, and insight. That's where the transformation comes from. And I also saw that it is the wound is the place where the light can enter. The wound is the place we don't grow in our times of ecstatic bliss and joy and everything's going well and we're on the mountaintop. That's not where growth occurs. Growth occurs when we're in the nitty gritty. Growth occurs when our back's against the wall and we had enough and I can't take any more. Growth occurs when the shift hits the fan. I said the shift hits the fan, right? That's when growth occurs. And so here I was in this wonderful opportunity for growth. That's the point, right? That if we can begin to reframe the things, the obstacles in our lives, the things that we think are bringing us down, if we can reframe that and realize this is an opportunity for growth, right? So I really wanted to take that intention. Show me what this has to teach me. This is a great question to ask anything. I have a pain in my neck. What is that pain trying to teach me? We say that in ceremony. If you're feeling nauseous in ceremony, this is a perfect example of what we try and do in life. We try and get out of it. I don't want to feel this anymore. I don't like feeling sick. I don't want to feel upset. I don't want to feel angry. So we suppress it, or we get hooked by it, or we try and we do a compulsive behavior to get out of it, right? But if we can ask the question, what is this anger trying to teach me? What is this insecurity trying to teach me? What is this illness trying to teach me? What is this nausea trying to teach me? And get curious about it, right? So this was the idea, because enlightenment, get this, enlightenment is about bringing the unconscious to the conscious, right? And the pain in our body, the insecurities, the worry, the doubt, the fear, they are reflections of something unconscious within us seeking to be healed. It's all there for the healing. That's what's going down. And so I'm just looking at some comments here. Claudine, hi, I'm lovely. Helen, great to see you. And Claudine, I love that you're talking to your neck pain. And Enoch is here, brother Anita Fry, Lydia, so beautiful. I love you too. I'm so grateful. So I want to share this deep insecurity. So I went into ceremony, and I wanted to speak from my authentic self. You know, I was tired of this insecurity dragging me down. I was asking, what do you have to teach me? So I take my first drink, and nothing happens. You know, I'm sitting there. About an hour and a half go by, nothing. So I go back, it's time for the second drink, and I say to Brad, I say, hey man, you know, I don't think I'm, hey Jewel, I said, I don't think I'm very sensitive to the medicine tonight. Maybe I'll have a little bit more. Do you mind, if it's okay with you, could I have a cup and a half? He goes, sure. So he pours me a cup and a half. I go back to my seat, and it was on, man. Let me tell you. So what happens, you know, is I began to see just healing. You know, I just got curious. I started to feel the nausea, and I got curious about the nausea. What is this? What is this trying to teach me? And then Christian came over, beautiful holistic team member here, and shaman, and he comes over and says, you know, I have a feeling that you need a healing. Can I give you a healing? I said, yes. I'm all about the healing. So he gave me this healing, and man, the energy was moving through me. And after he leaves, I get this uncontrollable with my feather. I got my feather, right? And this my hand is moving. I started doing sacred surgery on myself. The feather was, you know, going to the places within me where the nausea was, where the pain was, where the upset was, where the insecurity was. And it was psychic surgery, removing this from me. I never purged with a vomit, but I was purging with these great expressions of energy that were coming out. My body was shaking, and the feather was moving it out of me. And one of my friends, you know, I told some friends, look, I'm going to be doing some deep work tonight. And will you come check on me? So Gula comes by, and she goes, I want you to know I checked on you 3 times, but you were very busy with your feather. So me and my feather, we were getting busy. You know, I was my own shaman doing this and the whole thing. But what emerged out of that was this deep realization of my own power. I came out of ceremony saying, I am John Jacob Mubarak, and I am authentic. I am authentic. The very thing, this is what Reverend Michael teaches, right? That you take your chronic complaint and you see the opposite of it, right? So if my chronic complaint was this debilitating insecurity that racks me in the moments when I'm alone, right? And you would never know that, right? People are like, you're just so happy and you're so buoyant and everybody loves you. And thank you, I love you too. But we all have our stuff. We all have our stuff. So I wanted to share with you my stuff, right? That it was this deep insecurity that like I'd curl up in a ball on my bed just like and what a contraction, right? So out of this ceremony, I saw my own power. I saw that I am the light. I am not darkness. I didn't go to the darkness. That raven feather was good, but there was no darkness because the darkness is, well, first of all, the dark and the light are the same. And the darkness is just a loop, right? But there's only one power, one source, one life. It is the life of God. It is a life divine, and it is all good, always, all the time, never contradicts itself. It can't go back on itself. It's the same, because how do we know that the universe is made of love? The answer is simple, because love builds up and hate destroys. Hate destroys us physically, emotionally. If somebody lives in hate long enough, you can see it on their face. You can see it out picturing illness in their body. But when you're walking in love, it builds up. Well, the universe is expansive. The universe is growth. Do we see destruction? We only see a cycle of growth. There might be destruction, but every destruction is a pattern of growth and unfolding, right? The trees lose their leaves in the winter, not because they're being destroyed, but because they know they're going to grow new ones in the spring. It's always growing. No matter what the appearances are, there's always a growth. There's always an unfolding. Don, Luis, hello. Jen, great to see you. Lydia, beautiful. Aho. So what I saw in ceremony was this truth that I am the light. I am not to go into the darkness. We don't need it. The darkness and the light are the same. Do you know what I did in ceremony? I ate up all the darkness. I just ate it up, and I welcomed it. Not afraid of it anymore. I'm not afraid of you. Come on. And it transmuted. I'm light. You are light. We are light workers and light warriors, every single one of us. And so we just face that darkness and watch it dissipate. Watch it. We were standing before a wall that we used to think was real, but it wasn't there at all, because there's only one thing that's real, and that is good. It's good all the time, always, and in all ways. Otherwise, nothing could exist. If the universe were sometimey, it would be contradicting itself and it would all collapse. The universe is always the same. It is always expansive, and it is always loving, because love builds and hate destroys, and the universe is a progressive and expansive organism. Not orgasm, organism. But there was some orgasmic stuff going on in ceremony, let me tell you. So this is one of the biggest things that I saw, was that I was able to heal this. But out of stepping into my own security or my own light, that I am John Jacob Mubarak and I am authentic. I speak from my authenticity. I come from a place of truth, right? Then I never have to be insecure later on at night when I'm in my room alone, because I spoke my truth. This is where we need to stand. This is the power of this medicine. It takes that away from us which no longer serves. It is a quickening of those things which we seek to release, so that something new can unfold. And I stepped into my authority, claiming my own divinity. I walked out to Grandfather Fire, and people bowed down. They went, oh, I bow to you. And normally I'd say, oh, no, I'm just a reflection of you. No, come on, get up. But no, how beautiful it is. Each of us are divine centers of being. Each of us have a dignity and a spiritual backbone that's strong, right? We need to walk with our nobility. We're not shrinking people. No, not me. No, I'm not worthy. Fuck that. We are the light. We are authentic. You and I, each one of us, walk with nobility, walk with poise and confidence. And this is what I got when I released, when I healed, when the medicine helped me heal, when God helped me heal that insecurity. And guess what? I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for all those times I was curled up in a ball on my bed, thinking about what I said, reviewing some action that I did, and being regretful for it, because the obstacle is the way. The obstacle is the way. Those very things. Lydia's eating up the darkness. Come on, soak it all in. I'm loving it. And I don't understand, Stefan, all this to make a buck. I'm not getting it, because that's not what we're about here. We're about people and purpose and planet and profit, right? No longer the days of the poverty-stricken, wounded healer. These are the days of abundance. The nature of the universe is abundant, and we are to take place in that. It is the Father's good pleasure to give you the keys to the kingdom. We're not talking about, that's an old model that I make money over here and then I have to be philanthropic over here. No, it's all together. We are living our purpose, sharing our gifts and talents, and then watch the abundance come back to us, because our nature is abundant. We should all be living in abundance and joy. That's what I get when I was talking about standing in our spiritual authority, that to be the very thing, to be the thing itself, to be the light, to be the love. So as I stepped into my authority, when I ate that darkness up, I welcomed it in. It was transmuted into light, and I stood in my authenticity, in my nobility, in my divinity. And I'm saying me because it was my experience, but it's for each and every one of us. Stand in our nobility, stand in our connectedness. And I remembered something from a trip that I took to Egypt with Reverend Michael. And when I was on that trip, we did a meditation in the pyramids, and Reverend Michael said, we were here before in Kemet, in the ancient land. What message did you leave for yourself before you come? Thank you, Sveta, and I appreciate you. Thank you for your comment. Anita, thank you for joining us. So I'm in the pyramids, and Reverend Michael says, you were here before in an ancient time. You left yourself a message, and you've returned to Kemet. What was the message? And he led this beautiful meditation. We were in the king's chamber, and he said, you come to a door, you open this door, and what is the message? And my message was, nothing is being withheld, and bridge. I was like, okay, this is like 3-4 years ago. These messages are still so profound. They came to me again in ceremony. They came to ceremony, and I saw clearly that to be the light, to stand in our nobility, to stand in our authenticity, that we are to, hey, Alyssa, hey, Linda, so grateful for you. We stand in our nobility so that we can connect to the truth of our being and be that divine tuning fork, that divine vibratory frequency. When we're whole and healed, when we're in coherence with our heart, with the intuitive nature, with the unerring order and balance and harmony of the universe, then we become that divine center, expressing that vibratory frequency and healing just by being us. We don't have to proselytize. We don't have to preach. We don't have to tell people what they should or shouldn't do. We just be ourselves. We just be authentic and watch how everything comes into alignment, because there is a natural order and balance. There is a mathematical equation called the Kurimoto equation that is the absolute equation that shows the natural tendency of all physical and biological organisms to come into coherence, to come into harmony and balance and order. We all want to be into homeostasis. Our bodies want to be in homeostasis. Every organism, every organ, every action, every function of the universe seeks to be in balance and harmony and order. Everything is moving into balance, even the weather systems. So we know this is the nature of the universe. We know that we want to be in coherence. So when we are in coherence, we become an avatar for that coherence, and everything else wants to come into alignment with that. We want to be in that resonance. So as I connected to this, I saw that my journeys are blissful and a blessing because of the connection to our inner authority and claiming our divinity, claiming our own nobility. I was able to, in that moment, stuff occurred in that ceremony that I wasn't even expecting. I forgave my ex-husband. What? I forgave him. And we've been divorced for 6 years. And I thought I'd forgiven him. But here's the gig. I didn't want anything bad to happen to him, but I wasn't really rejoicing in his success. That's the thing. Real forgiveness is wanting the best. Real forgiveness is wanting the best for that person. And I was actually able in that ceremony to say, thank you, Preston. God bless you. And I want the best for you. Wow, that's forgiveness. 6 years later, that medicine brought it to me. Wow, I let go of that. And I'm lighter now. Coworkers that, we all have opinion and judgment. I was able to forgive people and welcome them and love them just for who they are. Oh man, this was such a beautiful journey, such a beautiful journey. And then that night, people shared of themselves all the things that they healed. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you for your beautiful comment. And I'm just so grateful for that. So I want to say, get down to Rythmia, people. There's some healing going on down here. People are releasing old ways of being, rewiring their brains, rewiring their neurons, and creating new. Hi, Cheryl, my sister. I love you. Hello, Helen. Rewiring their neural pathways so that they can see new. They can release these old ways of being and create a new way of being, walking in the world with spiritual dignity, healing, forgiving the unforgivable, loving themselves, welcoming the darkness, and turning it, transmuting it into the light. Wow. This is what goes on at Rythmia. Just another Tuesday night at Rythmia. People, come down. Come for the healing. Stay for the good food and the beach. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Come for the healing and stay for the other modalities. It is just beautiful. Jill saying forgiveness is a hard one when someone has hurt you so badly. Here's the thing, Jill. Thank you. You're so right. But somehow those hurts have made us who we've become. And when we start to see who we've become as a result from the split that we've had, right? We split from ourselves when a trauma occurs. And that trauma is the thing that actually is serving us, right? The split is a protective mechanism, and it's who we think we have to become in order to get our needs met, in order to be loved, in order to be satisfied physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. But it's a lie. And after a while, that lie, what happens is all of a sudden you go, I used to like doing this stuff, but I don't anymore. I used to like going out with the girls, but I don't. I used to like playing golf, but it doesn't satisfy me anymore. That's because that role that we've been playing, because of a trauma that occurred, that role that we've been playing no longer serves us. It's time for transformation. And when we look at the pain, Jill, and I'm not denying that you've been hurt, but when we look at that pain, we can see that it has something there to serve us. That those people, my ex-husband, I could thank him for all that pain, because that pain made me who I was today, who I am today, and provided for me a transformational mechanism to release beyond what I thought I could. So this is the blessing of forgiveness. My mother used to say that unforgiveness is like holding a thorn in the palm of your hand and squeezing and complaining about the pain, when all we have to do is open up and pluck it out and let go, right? So the pain is serving us. We thank it. I'm not saying that what your pain isn't real, but the unreality of that pain lies in our interpretation of it. So how are we going to interpret it? What is it here? Is it here to serve us? How is it here to serve us? And we can ask anything that question. What are you trying to teach me? What is that unforgiveness trying to teach me? Because it's an agreement that we made to serve us in some way, to be able to forgive the unforgivable is the mark of true spiritual nobility and evolving. And when we evolve, we benefit the whole planet. We heal ourselves and we heal the planet. We heal, and guess what? All forgiveness, Jill, is self-forgiveness. So the first place we have to do and go is to forgive ourselves. So I'm just so grateful to share this and offer your comments. And Leslie, I'm seeing here for your husband, PTSD is one of the things that hello, Kirabo, thank you. And Maffer, thank you. Hello from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. Okay, so all forgiveness is self-forgiveness. We begin here. And the PTSD piece, ayahuasca has shown tremendous results, because here's what happens on the medicine. The medicine has compounds of harmine and harmaline. These are neurogenesis producing compounds. So all the science right now is showing us that rewiring our neural pathways, neuroplasticity is the key to evolution, is the key to our unfoldment, right? And so ayahuasca has a neurogenesis producing compound called harmine and harmaline. It means that the medicine predisposes us to forge new cognitive pathways. This is what it's all about. This is why it's good for PTSD. So we're going to be working on opening up the ability for people to come to Rythmia. We have some exciting things to announce coming up on broadening our people's ability to come, because this is truly, truly miraculous work, healing the world, healing ourselves. This is what it's all about. From Athens, Greece, Stella, my neighbor. I'm from Lebanon, my sister. Wallah. So my family's from Lebanon. We're neighbors, baby. So welcome, Stella. I'm so glad you are here from that precious and ancient land where so much wisdom and knowledge came. So we just are here, here at Rythmia, just another Tuesday night, knowing that it really is all perfectly designed for our growth, that our growth comes from these difficult times of sadness and forgetting our power, forgetting our nobility, forgetting our truth. But it's perfect, it's by design, because as we step into our truth, as we can move past those obstacles, those very things that we thought were not serving us any longer are the fuel for our next stage of transformation. This is true growth. This is true abundance. I love you. I love Annette. Thank you for your beautiful comment. Get your butt here. We would love to have you. Come heal. Come here. Sit, stay, heal. That's what we're talking about. Come to Rythmia, sit in ceremony, stay still, and heal the heart, heal the soul, heal the planet. We're going to heal ourselves, and we're going to heal the world. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I just want to speak a word here to just step into the truth of life. Gratitude just washes over me right now, washes over me. Gratitude is a vibratory frequency of it is already done. It is already done. That's the frequency of gratitude, because you're grateful for the love, grateful for the beauty, grateful for the teachings, grateful for this life. Each morning we get up and say, thank you. I got another shot. I got another chance. I got another chance to live my purpose. I got another chance to live my dream. I got another chance to self-express. I got another chance to do what I came here to do, to find out more about who I am. So I'm grateful every morning. Grateful. I wake up in gratitude. I have to remind myself sometimes, but I wake up in gratitude. So I'm grateful, and I recognize one source, one power, one life. It is the life of God, and it is my life, and it is each one of your lives. It is our life. For God is everything I am, and I am a part of that divine unfoldment. It is everything that you are, but you are a part of it. But as a part of the whole, you contain all the qualities, all the quantities of the divine. Every bit of the love, every bit of the power, every bit of the wisdom, the intelligence, the creativity, the excellence, the joy, the power, the harmony, the order, the balance, the beauty, the joy, all of it is yours. We are it. We are the thing itself. We are the garments of the divine. And so I am knowing that as we are unified with the divine, we are clearly one with all the love, all the beauty, and all the joy, all the power, all the abundance there is. So standing in this clarity, raising our minds above confusion, I speak this word for each one in the sound of my voice, knowing that all things are working together for your good, that every single thing, no matter what the appearances are, is working together to support you to being the magnificent, beautiful, joyful, creative, abundant, and happy person that the divine wants you to be. We see clearly as though we were seeing through the eyes of God, for the eyes of God are too pure to perceive iniquity. We don't see the insecurity. We don't see the upsets. We don't see all the things that we can be judgmental about. We only see the good, and we endeavor to associate ourselves with the truth of our being, which is perfect, whole, complete, never hurt, harmed, or endangered, eternal, one, and beautiful in every way, abundant in every way. And now as we associate ourselves with our spiritual self, everything in our physical being outpictures as we are one with the source of all of life. It now overflows the bounds of our awareness and outpictures in our lives as health and wholeness. Each one in the sound of my voice, healthy and whole and vital. Each one abundant beyond imagination. All good things are coming to you. I speak this word knowing the light of the divine enfolds you. The love of God, it wraps you. And the power of the divine goes before you, protecting you in every way. I speak this word knowing that you are perfect, whole, complete, and that you are right here, right now, accessing everything you need. It is all within you, one with life, one with God, one with beauty, one with joy, one with abundance, one with vitality, one with health, one with wholeness. This is what I know to be true. I'm so grateful to speak this word. I'm so grateful to know this truth. I rejoice in its fulfillment. I give thanks in its certainty. And I release this word knowing that it is done. It is done. It is done. And so it is. Amen. God bless you all. Thank you for joining me. Come see us again next Thursday at 1 o'clock. All right. Love you all. Peace and richest blessings.